How we doing? Today's video, man, back into Forza for another drift video, where in this little series of drifting I set a 10-minute time on my phone, which I put just under the screen. You guys actually can watch it on the gameplay itself when I'm recording the actual drifting for 10 minutes, which is going to be a 10-minute skill chain. I can't break it. And yeah, man, just to really get me used to drifting, that's the time I chose, which I think might be in the extreme end. But anyway, let's just see how we do. Last video we did it, we actually got it in a Toyota Corolla hatchback, which I'll link above here. But yeah, we got the 10-minute time, got 1.8 million I think in the drift score, so pretty happy with that for a newbie, or you know, just a plain out straight up noob at drifting, man. So today what we've done, I've actually increasing stuff as I go to learn drifting more. I've increased my wheel rotation for this one as well, and I'm actually using the drift cam now in the cab, so as I'm drifting the car pivots around, it gives a little bit more immersion for you guys to have a look. So what we've done is the poll I put up the other night, I put up what car you guys want me to see, what car class. It was basically Euro, a muscle, a JDM, or there was another one, I can't remember what it was, but JDM actually won it. And so what do you think of the JDM? Straight away we go Nissan, obviously, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Honda, you know, Acura. There's quite a lot, but for rear-wheel drive stuff, because it's what my series is going to be, just all rear-wheel drive drifting, I'm actually going over Mitsubishi. And I know you're going to show straight away is Mitsubishi's all-wheel drive, right? Not this one. This is actually an old school. There's just so many cars in this game. It's pretty crazy how many cars actually is there. But while I'm going across to it, let me know when I'm doing the stuff if you guys like this intro of me introducing the car, doing a car build with you guys, and then drifting it, or if you want me to go straight into just a little intro and then drifting the car for about 10 minutes to the street. So let me know in the comments below. So yeah, we're going across here, right? We're going to go across to the 1988 Mitsubishi Starion ESI-R, which is a rear-wheel drive. Almost looks like an RX-7, I'd say, but let's just see what we can do with this thing. So straight off the bat, we've got a few pretty cool, interesting designs here. Really sure what I'll do. I really like that Japanese samurai one there. That looks shit hot, if I do say so myself. I like that. Let's go to the Nighthawk. And for 20 grand, which is not a lot of money really in this game, happy to pay that. Okay, go to the garage now. Upgrades and tuning. Let's do some custom upgrades in this thing. Straight up. Let's just have this as the motor. I don't know what's even in this thing, so interesting. Let's see what options we got for a swap here. 2-litre turbo, 6.2 litre V8. Pretty nice. 1.6 turbo rally. Very zingy. A racing 3-litre 16T. I wonder if that's a 2JZ motor. Or a racing 7.2 litre V8. I think we go to the 3-litre turbo, boys, hey? Let's keep it pretty Mitsubishi, within the realm of possibilities anyway. Now it's going to do the fuel system here. Going to race fuel system, ignition, race ignition, valves, race valves. It's sounded pretty crisp, man. Race engine block as well. A single turbo, sport turbo, race turbo, or more of anti-lag. Anti-lag, let's do it. Now to the brakes, man. Gonna go racing brakes. We want the drift suspension. Absolutely slammed right there. Put a race front. Anti-roll bars in it, yeah, sure. Stiffen it up a bit. So is the rear. Put a roll cage in there. And race weight reduction. Drivetrain now, clutch, race clutch, transmission, race transmission. So I've seen a lot of guys using like the 4-speed drift transmission, but personally I kind of just enjoy the 5 or 6-speed cars, so I'm gonna do that. Race driveline as well over there, and we want the drift diff. We got the drift compound. I only just realised you could even have a drift compound, so again, very new to this game, boys. Yeah, we'll go at 275. We won't go crazy to the rear end. We still want to have it break loose, so I don't know how much power this thing actually has. 1270, we've got a lot. We can go the big ones if we want, but we'll keep it as it is. I'm not going to go with these, actually, the work E-wings. Sort of look pretty correct, I'd say. Upgrade the front, push it out, push out the rear end, and I do not want to put a wing on this thing. It actually looks pretty sick from that angle. I'm happy with this so far. Anti-lag sounds so brutal. Wow. 100 grand, sure. 123, really good 20 grand purchase initially, so not that bad at all, really. Hey, 1270 horsepower. So yeah, as I said earlier in the video, 10-minute timer is going to be set on my phone. I'll press that, you'll see it in the gameplay coming up. And yeah, man, see how we go. See if we can last 10 minutes in one drift skill chain. Let's see.